Just 3 games remaining, and the Rays' postseason dreams on life support. Tampa Bay knows they need a minor miracle.
And we know pretty much got to win them all.
We still got a shot. Hopefully it's going to happen, but if it does not, then we continue to win.
Tonight they send Alex Cobb to the hill in a must-win game against the Baltimore Orioles. The chase for the postseason on Sun Sports. Tonight the Rays come home to Tropicana Field to play game number 160 of the regular season, and they open it against the Baltimore Orioles. Their flame of hope is down to a flicker. In the American League East, the Orioles and the Yankees share the top spot. They're both in the playoff one way or another. One wild card spot remains. Oakland up by 3 over the Rays and the Angels. The Rays are going to have to run the table and hope that the Oakland A's drop 3. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball. With Brian Anderson, I'm Dwayne Stats. We'll be hearing from Todd Callis in just a few moments. We have 2 teams here tonight, the Baltimore Orioles and the Rays, who've seen an offensive revival over the last couple of months. The Rays led by B.J. Upton, and here they are holding on to their final hope.
Well, B.J. Upton, you go back over the last month and a half or so, and the power stroke has come on like gangbusters. You know, right now, everything mechanically for B.J., you can see everything is on time. He's getting tremendous lift and tremendous finish on that swing, creating a lot of backspin. We have seen a number of tape measure shots, and you can see since August 11th, leading the big leagues with 18 home runs. He's also in that time span driven in 35 runs, also scored 33 runs, and continues to be a big stick for the Rays up at the top of the order. So you hope here in the last 3 days he can continue with that aggressive approach and continue with the production.
Now the Rays have won 10 of their last 11. They have outscored the opposition by 47 runs during that stretch. And tonight, they are hoping for game number 163 to this season. They're trying to stay alive. Todd Callis will examine all the possibilities of all the remaining contenders when we return to Tropicana Field.
If there's a game 163, that's the only way the Rays can get in. If they win 3 and the Oakland A's lose 3, forcing a play-in game on game 163, which would be in Oakland because the A's won the season series 5-4. So here's what's in store. There's 3 teams going for the second wild card in the American League. 2 more spots in the playoffs to be decided. The AL Central between the White Sox and the Tigers. And then you have the Rangers playing the Oakland A's, and the A's have these 3 pitchers going. Jared Parker, it's all rookies going against the Rangers, but that's how they've rolled all year long. All these games will follow, but unfortunately we won't have anything but an early score by the time the Rays Live postgame show rolls around. The Rays need a lot of help from the team that knocked them out the last 2 years, the Texas Rangers. And here are some thoughts on the Rays' postseason chances from Sam Fold and Chris Jimenez.
We just have to take care of business ourselves, and there's no doubt we're going to be watching scoreboards like we have been the last week and last month, really. But obviously can't let that distract us. There's no chance of us getting in the playoffs unless we win all 3, and we know that, so that's obviously what we have to take care of.
That's the unfortunate part that, we've kind of put ourselves into, but we do need a little bit of help. But you know what? We got to go out and take care of business at the same point and hope for the best.
So it all starts tonight. The Rays need 6 outcomes in their favor over the next 6 games between themselves and the Orioles and the Athletics and the Rangers. We have less than 3 minutes till the first pitch. Wei-Yin Chen for the Orioles, Alex Cobb for the Rays. Enjoy all the action right around the corner right here on Sun Sports.
Visit your local Toyota dealer for great deals today. And by Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. Rays back here at Tropicana Field, opening this 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. Rays coming in 88-71. They're going to have to win them all and hope that Oakland drops 3. Let's take a look at the Baltimore Orioles starting lineup. Nate McLouth is going to lead off. He's in left, followed by J.J. Hardy, and then Chris Davis, who's coming off a great week. He's had a great month. Adam Jones in center, the cleanup hitter, with Matt Weiters catching. The DH is Jim Thome. Mark Reynolds at first, Ryan Flaherty at second. Manny Machado hits ninth and plays third base, and what a difference he has made. on this Baltimore club down the stretch. And Alex Cobb on the hill for the Rays.
Well, making his 23rd start of the season, 10-9 record, 4.18 earned run average. However, Alex Cobb, since the 1st of August, has been very, very good. 10 starts in that stretch. He is 6-1 with a 3.30. As always, the key for Alex Cobb, working that ball in the zone, and you'll know how sharp he is right off the bat. A lot of ground balls. This guy, 72.7% on his ground ball percentage. And if he had enough innings to qualify, that would be just 1/10 of 1% off of the major league lead. So let's take a look at that defense behind him. Alex likes to utilize in the outfield left to right. Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Sam Fuld across the infield third to first. Evan Longoria, Ben Zobrist, Ryan Roberts, and Jeff Keppinger. Chris Jimenez will be behind the plate.
Well, Nate McLouth will lead it off for the Baltimore Orioles. Alex Cobb set to go to work, and the first pitch of this game is a strike call. The first pitch presented by Pinch-A-Penny. McLouth is hitting .278, and he has been a very important pickup for Baltimore. Pitch is pop foul. That's going to be out of play. McLouth early in the year, in 34 games for the Pirates, hit .140. Went to Norfolk, the AAA club for the Orioles, and Baltimore summoned him to the big leagues. He's hit .278 for Buck Showalter. 7 homers and 18 runs batted in. Fowls it back. Count still 2 strikes.
Well, and filling a very important role for Buck Showalter out of the leadoff spot, because you remember Nick Markakis, who had been injured, got moved into that leadoff spot and was just tearing the cover off the baseball before he was then hurt again. And obviously Buck inserts Nate McLouth, and he has certainly done the job.
Ground ball right side. Keppinger at first will make the play unassisted. That's the way this one starts. 1 up and 1 down.
You know, so how many times have you looked at this Baltimore ball club throughout the course of the season and said, when are they going to start to fall off? When is the magic going to leave? Well, they've just continued to play hard. But then when Markakis went down, you thought that was going to be a big blow, because that was at the time that you really needed to start to put the foot on the pedal. And they have managed to do that without him.
And just the fact that Cobb retired McLouth is a big step in the right direction. He'd hit 2 home runs leading off the last 4 games and had scored in the first inning in 3 of those 4. So a step in the right direction tonight for Alex Cobb, just getting McLouth. 1 strike the count to J.J. Hardy. Shot into right. Sam Fuld will go back to the track, reaching up and making the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Alex Cobb will be 25 years old next week.
Other thing you got to keep in mind in this ball game is, as hungry as the Rays are for victories, you think about, well, the Orioles have qualified for the playoffs. They're looking at winning the division, because again, with that emphasis on winning the division, they're tied with the Yankees. So as hungry as the Rays are, so are the Orioles.
Chris Davis takes the pitch, and it's a little bit high. And how about this guy? 31 home runs for Chris Davis. And there's a strike. It's 1-1. The Toyota trend, 7 of 14. Last 4 games. How about that for production? 5 home runs, 10 runs batted in. One and 2. Out in front of the split change. Davis, the American League co-player of the week with Justin Verlander.
That's the other thing. Contributions all over the place. I mean, everybody seems to chip in, whether it be for a week at a time, a game at a time.
Ground ball, right side. Zobrist cutting to his left, makes the pickup in the play. And so Davis is out of there, short to first, out of the shift. Rays are coming in to hit. No score. Desmond Jennings will lead off tonight for Joe Madden. He's in left, followed by B.J. Upton in center, and then Ben Zobrist hitting third and playing shortstop. Evan Longoria at third. Jeff Keppinger at first. He hits fifth. The DH is Ben Francisco. Sam Fold in right field, followed by Ryan Roberts, the second baseman. Chris Jimenez does the catching and hits ninth.
Taking the mound tonight for the Baltimore Orioles is left-hander Wei-Yin Chen, making his 32nd start of the season. 12-10 record, ERA of 4.11. Now, he's not had a win since August the 19th at Detroit. He went 5 innings in that ball game, gave up 5 earned runs, did pick up the win, but in 6 starts since then, 0-3 with an ERA of 5.14. Not walking many guys over that stretch. Have been able to take advantage of him swinging the bat.
Well, the first couple times the Rays saw him, they had their way with him, but not so the last couple times out. See how they do tonight, sending Desmond Jennings up there leading it off. Swing and a miss. Jennings and Upton combined have had trouble with him. Jennings is 0 for 9 against Chen, and Upton 1 out of 12. Desmond is quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Foul right back. That's going to be out of play.
Wei-Yin Chen is traditional as far as his stuff goes. Right-handed hitters. He likes to, fastball, changeup, slider, curveball. Against the left-handed hitters, more of a fastball, slider kind of a guy.
Desmond got the Rays off to a quick start yesterday at Chicago with a triple. Grounds out to Hardy tonight against the lefty Chen. 1 up and 1 down.
Let's take a look at the defense as it lines up behind Chen in the outfield. Left to right, Nate McLeod, Adam Jones, and Chris Davis. Across the infield, third to first, Manny Machado, J.J. Hardy, Ryan Flaherty, and Mark Reynolds. Matt Weiters will be behind the plate.
Here's B.J. Upton. B.J. 28 home runs starting play tonight. Takes a big cut. Just got a little piece of it right back into the mid of Weiters. And a big power stretch for B.J. lately. A little popper into shallow center. Flaherty's out there and makes the catch from second base. So 2 up, 2 down. The bases will be empty here for Ben Zobrist. Ben with 19 home runs. Hitting .271. He goes after the first fastball. Fouls it back. Strike 1.
Third straight hitter. Wei-Yin Chen has started them with the first pitch fastball, and the Rays have come out swinging against Chen. Going to be very aggressive. Like I said, he is a strike thrower. Those last 6 starts, even where he's struggled, 35 innings of work, just 8 walks.
There's a line drive, base hit into left off the fastball, and the Rays have the first hit of the night. So Ben Zobrist aboard.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to try to crowd Ben Zobrist, and not saying that that's not a bad idea, you better get it in there. If you don't and you leave it out over the plate, he has that ability of pulling his hands in close to the body and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Here's Evan Longoria. Evan hitting .285. He takes the off-speed pitch for a ball. And had a double and a single yesterday. Drove in a run with a 2-base hit in Chicago. Foul ball, a little piece of it. It's 1-1. Evans' 14th home run of the year made the difference Thursday night when the Rays beat the White Sox 3-2. Two balls and a strike. How about Chen on the road and at home? His numbers 6-6 at home, 6-4 on the road, a 4.11 earned run average in Baltimore, and a 4.12 earned run average on the road for the Orioles.
Well, that tells me that he's better at home.
That's that slight advantage at home. We do mean slight. 2-2 the count. Longoria fouls it out of play.
Yeah, remarkably consistent. Now his mount demeanor sets up that way. His stuff translates. He's not typically a fly ball pitcher, ground ball, kind of in the middle. More of a fly ball pitcher. Likes to move the ball around the strike zone.
And the pitch stays wide. He tried the breaking ball there. Up and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chen out of Taiwan. Went through Tommy John surgery before signing on with Baltimore. He missed the entire season in 2007. "3-2" is upstairs. The Rays have a couple runners, 2 men on with 2 men out. And that sets up Jeff Keppinger against the lefty, and we know what Keppinger's done against left-handed pitching this year. And that's carried right through and against Chen. He's 4 out of 8 against Chen.
Jeff has such a simple approach at the plate, and Chen is not going to execute all of his pitches. And I don't care if it's the fastball, the changeup, or the breaking ball. Jeff's going to put the bat on it, attempt to find a hole. Does it as good as anybody in this Rays lineup.
Pitch is a strike at the knees. Comes in off speed. Keppinger, 40 runs batted in for the Rays. Playing first base against the lefty. And the pitch is a little wide, so he's staying with the breaking stuff here against Keppinger's right-handed bat.
But Jeff did a nice job of following that pitch down and out of the zone. Just gets such a good look, especially against lefties. You see the way he's squared up. Good view of the release point.
2 balls and a strike. Just the strike zone there. That pitch, Keppinger thought it was a little high. Breaking ball, and he took that pitch. Angel Hernandez says it's in there.
Now that was a breaking ball that didn't break. You see Fox Tracks has it right at the top, but that was a rolling curveball. Basically stayed same plane.
Makes it a 2-2 count. Keppinger lifts a fly ball into left. McLeod there waiting, and the Rays leave 2 in the first. Single and a walk, both left. Through 1, no score.
Second inning, a scoreless game between the Rays and the Orioles. Orioles had an interesting celebration in their first postseason appearance since 1997 yesterday. At first, they had hoped to celebrate at home with their fans at Camden Yards. They were watching outside their dugout after their victory against the Red Sox, waiting for the Angels game to finish. It was down to 2 outs in the ninth inning when Torrey Hunter doubled to send the Orioles to their clubhouse and a flight down to Florida. Then they figured they would get here in time to celebrate at the local hotel, but they had an emergency situation on their flight where they had to land in Jacksonville. Smoke filled the cabin, and after landing in Jacksonville and waiting for an hour before getting cleared, Buck Showalter and his group flew to Tampa, actually to St. Pete Clearwater area, and then they ended up celebrating on that short trip. So the Orioles did get the celebration in, but it wasn't quite how they expected on the short flight from Jacksonville back into the Tampa Bay area. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, Adam Jones misses the first pitch, strike one. Yeah, Buck Showalter used that incident to help pick his postseason roster. He looked back and determined who was calm, cool, and collected and who was panicking. And if you were calm, cool, and collected, you were on the postseason roster.
And I know you're saying that tongue firmly planted in cheek. There may be some truth to that.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't put it past him.
I would not. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If it came down to a coin flip between two players and he's going back and forth, that absolutely would be the deciding. Who kept their cool on the emergency landing?
Strike three call. Jones out of there. That's the first out here in the second inning.
Well, let's take a look at our scouting report on the Baltimore Orioles as a ball club for the month of September. And you talk about a team that's getting it done in every aspect. Look at the record, 19-8, American League rank, 5.6 runs a game. They're hitting .273 as a team, averaging just under 2 home runs a game. And then the team ERA, and it's being done by the starters and the relievers. And on top of that, the fewest errors. And you remember, this was the team that was leading the charge in errors all season long.
The strike to Weiters. Well, Machado came in and played third base and settled that situation down for them. And it just grew from there. Weiters at .249. Only 2 home runs. Cobb out in front. 0-2.
Now, they really have been clicking on all cylinders. The long ball, defense, pitching. Starters, their closer, Jim Johnson, has 50 saves.
Move it in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the Orioles with 92 wins. It's their most since 1997, the last time they had a winning record. They won 98 games that year. There goes the bat, a swing and a miss. Weiters out on strikes and all the way down parallel to first base. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cobb.
Now that's what that pitch will do to you. The good changeup by Cobb. Watch, it just doesn't get there. The finish on it, Weiters. There it goes. Wayne Kirby, look out. Checked up nice.
Jim Thome. Fastball in there for a strike.
Could have used him yesterday at Medina.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oops.
Ground ball left side where Longoria defenses him all alone and makes the throw. Thome out of there. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. No score. 2 an inning and a half.
scoreless in tonight's game is available in Espanol via SAP, brought to you by Coventry Healthcare of FLA. They got 162 strong the whole table.
And Joe Madden's hoping they can extend it to 163 strongest.
That's about right. And there's nothing better, by the way, than apple juice and peanuts. Peanuts at a ball game. And hot dogs. There you go.
They got it going.
Enjoy.
Well, that's what we have going on right now. That second wild card still open, but the Rays are going to have to be very good. They're going to have to be perfect, and then they're going to have to get a lot of help. And Francisco takes a breaking ball, and it's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Rays half of the second inning underway. Two and 0. Full next, and then Roberts. Liner into right. It's Davis coming in to make the catch. 1 out. Wei-Yin Chen, the left-hander. 4 starts against the Rays. He's 1-2 with a .338. The first 2 starts he was 0-2 with a .584. But a 1.26 earned on average in the last 2, which he's gone 1-0. Inside to Fold. Two balls, no strikes. Slider that stayed up and in. Chen, an Olympian for the Chinese Taipei national baseball team in the 2004 Olympics in Athens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And during his time pitching in Japan, he was pretty much known as a guy who threw a ton of pitches. He ran a lot of high pitch counts there. 3-2 to Fold. And strike 3 call. Fold thought he'd drawn the walk, and Angel Hernandez calls him out on strikes.
Well, if he's not going to call the ball that's up in the zone, he's certainly, you would think, call the ball down, and this was down at the bottom edge. Fastball. See where it is on Fox Tracks. That's exactly what. See where it crosses right here. Well, right across the knees. It's a perfect pitch.
Liked it. Yep. That's the first strikeout for Chen. Ryan Roberts. And that slow breaking ball picks up the corner. Strike 1. Cut and a miss on the fastball.
And Ryan Roberts was that was designed to give the Rays a 1-0 lead.
And he takes a lot of those cuts.
Yes, he does. He does not get cheated.
He's in launch mode quite often. And he takes this one for strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. At the end of 2, no score. Orioles are scoreless in New York. The Red Sox and the Yankees playing, and Robinson Cano has hit his 31st home run of the year. That comes in the bottom of the second and gives New York a 1-0 lead. While Clay Buchholz, CC Sabathia pitching tonight for the New York Yankees. So the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Yankees 92-67. The Baltimore Orioles 92-67. And Mark Reynolds will open the third inning for Baltimore. He's hitting 7th in Buck Showalter's lineup. Ryan Flaherty next, and then Manny Machado. Alex Cobb has retired the front 6 to face him. And the breaking ball lifted into left. Jennings is right there. 1 pitch, 1 out. 7 in a row retired by Cobb. Now Ryan Flaherty. Flaherty, the second baseman. First pitch is a strike. Cobb coming off the outing against the Boston Red Sox up at Fenway Park. Who's ahead of Flaherty, 0-2. Matched up against another left-hander in that game, John Lester. The Rays eventually won it 4-2. Cobb got the win, giving up a run on 3 hits through 5. And how about this to start things? 20 strikes and 2 non-strikes. And there's strike 3 call. 2 gone here, 2 up, 2 down. Let's check in with Todd.
Dwayne, thanks. With Jeremy Persinger, Nancy Crane, and Nancy with Pediatric Cancer Foundation. Tell us about your friend as well as what Tires Plus does for you.
Thank you. On behalf of the Pediatric Cancer Foundation, we'd like to thank Tires Plus and certainly the Rays for their support. Tonight's really special. We have Tony Colton with us. He's a survivor of childhood cancer, and that's what this money will go for, research for childhood cancer.
Tony, great to see you. And Jeremy, I know you have the presentation, right?
Well, yeah, we just want to thank the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for being such a great partner. We're going to round up tonight. Every home run hit by the Rays this year, we were donating $100. We're going to round up just a little bit. Wow. Yep. So this month and next month, you can support the Pediatric Cancer Foundation by going into any Tires Plus, any Firestone Complete Auto Care store, and round up your invoice to the nearest dollar. And those pennies and nickels and dimes will go towards the Pediatric Cancer Foundation and their quest to find a faster and less toxic way to treat pediatric cancer. So,
rounding up to $20,000, Nancy.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much to Tires Plus.
Tires Plus, Pediatric Cancer Foundation. Tony, thank you very much. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Todd. Thank all of you. The bouncing ball to short. Zobrist handles that. Machado's out of there. And for the third straight inning, 3 up, 3 down, go the Orioles. Bottom of the third coming. No score.
Pete, fans, here's your chance to win a jersey right off a player's back and other great prizes at all Rays home games until Wednesday during the annual Shirts Off Our Backs fundraiser. Proceeds will benefit the Rays Baseball Foundation and Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association Educational Foundation. For more details, visit raysbaseball.com/community.
Rays had a couple base runners in the first, left them. That's been it in that department so far for either club. Chris Jimenez will lead off the home half of the third. The Rays catcher, and then back around to the top side of the batting order, Desmond Jennings and B.J. Upton. Chris Jimenez hit his first home run in a Rays uniform in Chicago. And he takes a fastball to start the bottom of the third inning. That's in there for strike one. Couple strikeouts so far for Chen. That came in the second. Cut to miss. Jimenez trying to lift that fastball. It's 1-2. Well, it has been a storybook year for the Baltimore Orioles. They've assured themselves of a postseason spot. 2-2 now. Buck Showalter has turned this club around. He's done that before.
He just demands that you play the game a certain way. Respect the game, play hard. When he comes into an organization and when he looks at a group of players, he will figure out quickly who's going to be able to play for him and who is not. And you will find guys leaving the organization, other guys being brought in. And they're all going to have to buy in. And if you buy in and follow the plan, you got a chance for success.
Ground ball, that's through the left side. A base hit for Jimenez. Chris Jimenez aboard to open the bottom of the third. Yankees continue to hit home runs in New York against Boston. Curtis Granderson, that's his 41st. A two-run shot. And then Russell Martin, this one was reviewed. That's his 21st. And it's 4-0. So Robinson Cano, Curtis Granderson, and Russell Martin have all gone deep already for New York. Now Desmond Jennings. Pitch is a strike. Innings out to the shortstop Hardy in the first. Jimenez with his lead away from Reynolds at first. And the bunt foul right back into the screen. 0-2.
Desmond Jennings going down late there to try to put that bunt down. Take a look at it right here. Here comes that pitch. Just kind of jabbed at it a little bit. Fouled it off.
Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now might be a time for Chen to come with that backdoor breaking ball after going up in the zone with the heater.
Pitch is foul back, came in with a fastball, and it's 1-2. There's David Price, first 20-game winner in Rays history. We'll be chatting with him in the top of the fourth. High popper. It's Hardy, the shortstop, waiting for it to come down, to back up a little bit. He's got it for the first out.
Chen just continued to attack Desmond Jennings with the fastball, but did a great job of moving it around the zone. You know, elevated out over the plate, then came in. That one was away. Gets him reaching for it. Gets the pop up. And that's what Chen's game plan is. He'll get some strikeouts, but he's not going to overpower you. He just works his pitches around the zone. He's got a great signal caller back there. Weiters knows how to call a game, set up hitters. Very, very smart.
BJ, a big cut and a miss. Strike one. BJ, 28 home runs, 31 stolen bases. Got this series as he attempts to go 30-30. The chop to short. Hardy to Flaherty 1. First base 2. 6-4-3 on the double play. So we're through 3. No score in this one, and we'll chat with David Price when we return. Orioles are scoreless. Alex Cobb on the hill for the Rays. And we're pleased to have join us David Price. David, first from the booth, congratulations on what has been a great season, and particularly yesterday, victory number 20. It was great to see.
Thank you very much. Like I said yesterday, it's a team thing, so I want to thank all these guys again, and it was a lot of fun.
Hey, David, going into that start, I know you're sitting on 19 wins, no doubt about it that you wanted number 20, not only personally, but obviously what was at stake for the team. Was there any extra adrenaline? Was it the same kind of approach, or was there just a little something extra?
No, I mean, I wanted to take the same approach to yesterday's game as I had before. You know, I didn't want to apply any more pressure to myself than there already was. I mean, I knew if we didn't go out there and win that game yesterday, our playoff hopes, they would have been done. So it's a big game for us to win. It keeps us in the playoff hunt, and hopefully win tonight and get some help from Texas.
Well, you have shown that your priorities are straight by the way you've gone about your business this year. And while we appreciate the idea that you had 20 wins, there's a Cy Young Award potentially looming, and your modesty has prevented you from addressing that up until now. But you know, you would be well within your rights to say, you know what, I think I pitched pretty well. We have to believe that you've got to be the inside track to win the Cy Young.
Yeah, I feel good about my chances right now.
That's all you're getting.
Yeah, that's all you're going to get. I mean, I feel like I've thrown the ball well, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, David, let's go back to that start that you had against the Boston Red Sox in Boston. I think for all of your starts this year, there have been just a tremendous amount of great ones. That one was my favorite because of the fact that not only did you go complete game, but the in-game adjustment that you made was astounding, because when you think about pitching, it's not always the stuff and making pitches, but it's the ability to make the in-game adjustments that separates guys. Take us through that process and how you did that in conjunction with Jose Molina.
Yeah, I got to give all the credit to him. He came up to me after the third inning. I gave up quite a few hits in the second and third inning, gave up a couple runs, and he came up to me after that third on the bench and told me what was going on, what they were trying to do with me at the plate, and we made some adjustments there, and it worked. It worked pretty good.
Want to know the count to Chris Davis. First hit of the game off Cobb, that base hit by Hardy just out of the reach of Zobrist. Foul back, and the count is 1-1. David Price with us. David, you from the very start of your major league career, you've been in the thick of things. You've been with this club, and I'll tell you, it's amazing to watch over the period of time that this club has contended right down to the wire, and here you are again. There's a flicker of hope, and you guys are going to carry it right down to the end, it would seem.
Absolutely. That's what we did last year. We never gave up. As many games we were back in September and going into game 162. We had a great outlook on it, and that's what we're doing this year. Right now, I think we need a little bit more help than we did last year. So, hopefully we get that help. We can win 3 games and then, have a playing game.
I thought it was interesting. You won 19 games 2 years ago. Last year, you didn't win 19. The numbers weren't necessarily reflective of the year before. But you came out of that talking about your development as a pitcher, felt that you actually threw the ball better last year. And I just can't imagine that you've ever in your life thrown the ball more consistently than you did this year. And I look at your no decisions, an earned run average of a little over 1.6 in your no decisions.
Yeah, I feel like I've given us a chance to win whenever I've gone out there every 5 days, except for a couple of games. And that's like I said, every time I go out there every 5 days, these guys have gold gloves on their hands and silver sluggers, at the plate. So they've definitely made it easy for me. They've scored a lot of runs. Like you said, in those no decisions, that's just 6 games out of my 31 starts. So I feel like in the other 25, they've given me a chance to win, and in those games, we've been able to get through.
So, David, yesterday I'm posed with the question, after your start's over, your 20 games is in the bag, get posed with the question, how can David Price get even better? And you're thinking, okay, he's 20-5 with a 2.5. I don't really know how you even answer that question. I gave my answer. How would you answer that question?
I can get better. I definitely can hold runners better. I can develop a better pickoff move. I can throw more first pitch strikes. I can do a lot of stuff better. There's not a finished product, especially in a professional sport, with an athlete. So you can always work on your craft, and that's what I plan to do.
I guess that's the answer we would expect.
I was going to say, beautifully put.
Nice going. Listen, we don't want to keep you for the whole inning. We certainly, it's been fun watching you. We applaud the season you've had. Congratulations on that, and we look forward to that Cy Young Award. I just can't see it going any other way, and we're going to be rooting for you from this end.
Thank you very much.
All right, David Price with us here in the top of the 4th. The Rays and the Baltimore Orioles are scoreless. Runner at first with 1 out. Full count to Chris Davis. Well, he can get better. How about that? He can get better.
But but like you said, it's one of those things where, hey, you wonder what he would say, and he gives you the answer that you would expect as a perfectionist and as a competitor, always looking to improve.
Big cut and a miss, and Davis is out on strikes. Strikeout number 4 for Alex Cobb. Got him with a fastball right here.
Yeah, and the fastball that's working its way down and in, a very dangerous area to lurk in, especially with Davis. You saw he has that powerful swing on that ball down and in, just missed that one. if I would throw too many more in that general area.
It's Adam Jones. One ball, no strikes. Cobb, with the innings he pitched in the minor leagues and the innings at the major leagues, admitted to being a little tired, but as you pointed out earlier, that's not necessarily a bad thing for a guy who sinks the ball normally the way he does.
No, as long as he concentrates on staying nice and tall over the rubber and not starting towards home plate too soon, he'll be just fine, because that mechanically will allow him to drive the ball downhill, and maybe the velocity's off a mile an hour or two, but the movement will be there and that good downhill plane will be there. He'll turn that into a lot of ground balls.
One all the count. Jones let it loose that time on the changeup. The count is 1-1.
I'll tell you the other thing. The body may feel tired, but when you get into this type of baseball and then you think about maybe going into the postseason, the mind will make up for that. And you will find yourself out there thinking, listen, I don't have time to be tired. If I don't get the job done tonight, I've got all winter to rest. So you empty the tank in games like this.
Ground ball over the mound, back to second. Roberts steps on the bag for the force to retire the side. Bottom half of inning 4 coming. No score.
Tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports.
No score. We move into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Rays are facing the left-hander Wei-Yin Chen tonight. Zobrist, Longoria, and Keppinger due up for the Rays. Well, the Yankees have just continued to pile on runs in their game against the Boston Red Sox. It's now 7-0. Cano, who earlier had hit a home run, has a 2-run double. They've scored 7 in the bottom of the 2nd.
You got to let Boston know that the season can't end until you get out of these innings. As much as you may want it to, you still have to get outs.
It's a long bottom of the 2nd in New York. Here's Zobrist. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, she's rooting for the Rangers, and she's rooting for the Mariners, and she's rooting for Ben. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count. Strike, says Angel Hernandez. 2-1. He's coming off a 6-2 win in Chicago. Baltimore coming off a 6-3 win against Boston. There's a long one. High and deep to left. That baby's gone. Home run for Ben Zobrist, number 20. And the Rays take a 1-0 lead. A 3-1 fastball. And Zobrist, who singled off a fastball in the first, hits one out in the fourth.
Well, we talked about it in his first at-bat. If you leave the fastball out over the plate to Ben Zobrist, you don't get it to your spot, you run the risk of being hurt badly. Look where that pitch is. Middle. 3-1 count. That's exactly the pitch that Ben Zobrist was looking for.
It's Evan Longoria. Evan takes a big cut at a fastball and fouls it back. Evan trying to drive that one out. So the home run by Ben Zobrist. He gets to the 20 mark. A great run for Zobrist as well. 1-1. Ball, 2 strikes. Moving out in front of the off-speed pitch, a change. Move it off the plate. 2-2, and it's been a toss-up out there on the corner. The right-handed hitters tonight.
Yeah, that's not the only spot of the strike zone that has been a guessing game.
Evan fouls this one, protecting that corner, fouls it out of play that time.
Well, and I think a hitter a lot of times they'll stand up there, take that pitch for a ball and say, that may go against me if he throws it there again. And so you may see the swing like he did right there.
And he takes it into right on a line, and it's going to be caught by Davis. That's the first out here in the home half of the fourth. Time to check in with Todd. Todd, how are you?
I'm good, Dwayne. Time to look at our Auto-A text poll question of the evening, and it's this time of year, game 160, that we talk about the Rays MVP. Who do you think it should be? TB1, BJ Upton. TB2, David Price. You just heard from him. TB3, Ben Zobrist, hitting that home run. TB4, Fernando Rodney, doing crazy things out of the bullpen. Or TB5, Evan Longoria. Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rates apply. With Evan Longoria being a candidate, you have to think outside the box. Look at the records with and without Longoria, as he was on the DL missing half the season. And in some ways, depending on how you define most valuable, you may be able to vote for Longo. So right now, that's our Auto-A text poll question. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, who do you think Todd's going to vote for there? Ground ball up the middle. Hardy gloves and the throw. And Keppinger is out of there. 2 gone.
Well, seeing as how he had a graphic made up, I mean, he's got to be a heavy lean towards Longoria, or he may surprise you with Fernando Rodney.
Yeah.
He possibly could, because I saw on the pregame show, I saw him
with those two so far.
Yeah, he posted up Orestes on the pregame show with Rodney.
Yeah.
Because Orestes was making the case for Evan, and
maybe both of those are just the callous misdirection play.
Do you think he's that nifty of a ball handler?
Well, wouldn't surprise me if there was another selection there. 1-0 the count for Francisco. A big cut and a foul ball right back into the screen. It's 1-1. Zobrist is homered. Longoria line to right. Keppinger grounded out to short. 1-1 to count. Well, that whole MVP thing is interesting anyway, because one thing he said, it depends on how you define it, I guess. You could pick any one of those guys as MVP for this team.
Yep.
I mean, who's better than Price? Who's better than Rodney from the pitching point of view? You know, Upton's had a couple of runs here, and recently with Howard. And there's what Evans done when he's been in the lineup, and what the team's done when he's not been in the lineup. I mean, that pretty much gives you an idea, as Todd pointed out in that report.
What if you tried to make it easier and say, okay, offensive MVP, position player MVP, and pitching MVP?
Yeah.
You'd still have big time arguments.
Well, here's the other thing. Part of MVP being healthy all year. I mean, there's no question that the guy that, you know, you'd say, well, who could you afford to lose? That would be one way you would define it.
That's right. I would say
you could at least afford to lose. Well, would it be Longoria? Well, the numbers tell us that. But what if you lost Rodney? What if you lost Price, Zobrist, any of these guys? Good cut and the miss. Francisco's out on strike, so the inning ends, and that puts an end to our conversation for a moment. We're through 4. Ben Zobrist with a homer here in the 4th, and the Rays lead 1-0. The Just for Men Keep Your Edge spotlight. We got B.J. Upton's home run total, and we can see the surge in August and September. Just as B.J. Upton gives the Rays an edge, you can keep your edge with Just for Men mustache and beard. And quite a surge it has been.
You know, that breakout, when you see it written out like that, that's ridiculous. I mean, he had 9 through the first 4 months and then just drops 19 like it's his job. Which, incidentally, it is.
Matt Weiters. It's really amazing how those things happen. This one is down and in, and we try to explain those. And one of them is, and he's aware of that, but he's been more direct to the baseball.
Well, and
moving parts to his approach to swinging the bat.
Yeah, well, everything's been in sync, and I've been astounded not only by the number. I mean, the number jumps right out at you, but the number of tape measure shots. I mean, balls that just come off the bat with some hair on them, and you're just like, okay, that's a no-doubter, and that is way deep. He has hit a number of the big shots.
It's a strike to Weiters. Now 1-2. 9-0 New York.
Wow.
They finally go to the top of the 3rd. And 4 home runs. Teixeira hit number 24. 2-2. At 4 home runs, 13 hitters to the plate. Cano and Swisher each had 2 hits in the inning. And the Yankees scored 9. Cano, Teixeira, Martin, and Granderson home runs. Foul back. That's out of play. Alex Cobb had made 40 pitches through the front 4. 8 runs charged to Buchholz in an inning and 2/3. The Semis came on for a third. Gave up a run. 3 home runs off Buchholz and 1 off the Sevens. Fly ball lifted to center. Upton makes the catch, and Weiters is out number 1 here in the 5th.
I mean, I'll tell you something. The Alex Cobb, I'm starting to feel it a little bit here at the end of the year. I'm not buying it because this is about as sharp as we've seen him. Moving the ball around the zone with the fastballs on Weiters, and then comes with that changeup just to take the sting out of the bat. Got Weiters a little bit off balance. Lazy fly ball to center field. Look at the pitch break out there. 36-10. Balls to strikes.
21 of his first 23 pitches were strikes. 21 out of 23 to start the game.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now that what Jim Hickey needs to do going forward is, okay, yeah, you're going to go take that 4 or 5 mile run before you start. Come in nice and tired.
Yeah.
Boy, it looks great.
1-1. The old days, they'd say just stay out late.
Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
Doesn't work as well.
No.
As you get older.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Speak for yourself.
Easy. Casanova.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
All of those guys, that's what they used to say. They're not going to run 4 hours.
Yeah. No, hey, listen. Whatever works.
Yeah. 2-2 now, the count to Tomey. I don't know where this thing has gone the last inning or so.
It has. You know, they talk about a guy's got no-hit stuff, and you know, when you send him out there to the mound on any given night, he could throw you that no-hitter.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the booth up here. On any given night, it can get a little sideways and just go shooting down rabbit trails. We shouldn't go.
There's ball 4. It's too low. 1-0. Let's redirect our attention to Alex Cobb.
Well, listen, there's nothing to say except for this guy has been absolutely outstanding here in the early going. A lot of strikes, a lot of quality strikes, doing a nice job of fastball in and out, mixing in that changeup, and he has really kept this Baltimore lineup that has been swinging the bat so very well off balance. A lot of weak contact.
See the breakout. He has 4 strikeouts, 6 ground balls. 1 on, 1 out. Mark Reynolds in the batter's box. Jammed by that pitch. Change up. Moved in on him. 1 strike to count. Rays and the Orioles in the first game of their 3-game series. Oh, 2. Reynolds with 9 home runs in September. 15 of his 23 in the last 2 months. And he is out on strikes. Chase that pitch. 2 gone.
Now, how sharp was that curveball? That's the other thing. Alex Cobb has done a great job with the fastball and the changeup. Then how about this? You're waiting for one of those two, and he drops that on you.
What a great location for that pitch.
That has been the name of the game for Alex so far in this game. Location. The stuff has been crisp. The location may be better.
Now Ryan Flaherty. And that's a strike. An inside part of breaking ball to start him. Hopper to second. Roberts tossed to first. Baltimore retired in the fifth, and the Rays lead 1-0. Time for the AT&T trivia question of the night. With regard to David Price, how many pitchers have led the American League in earned run average and wins and not won the Cy Young Award? Well, David with 20 wins. Weaver had 20 with the Angels. And David leading in ERA. How many pitchers have led the American League in ERA and wins and not won the American League Cy Young Award? Sam Fuld to open the bottom of the fifth inning. Sam caught looking his first time. One of 3 strikeouts recorded by Chen. Pitch is in there for a strike. Bouncer foul. 0-2. Fuld getting the start tonight. He was 2 for 5 with a walk lifetime against Chen coming into this game. The 3-2 in the second and tried to coax the walk out of Angel Hernandez, who called him out on strikes on a pitch at the knees. Sam out swinging this time.
Very similar pitch that he took in the last at bat to get rung up on. He goes for the swing there and had to. I mean, that was the same pitch height wise. May have been a little bit closer to him. Just misses it.
One out here. Ryan Roberts. Roberts swings and hits a towering drive down the left side, foul. That one foul by plenty, but a towering shot. Home run distance, but foul.
You know, when I saw Matt Weiters start to slide in there on Roberts, I thought this could be 2-0 in a hurry if he doesn't make that pitch because of the way that Ryan Roberts is going to swing the bat. They're going to do it again.
And a foul ball straight back. 0-2. Let's take a look at that that high fly ball foul up near the speaker.
It
Just
cleared
it. How about that? Ground ball back to the hill. Cracked by Chin, and they tossed to first in time. You know, that speaker, and you can see the yellow marker there. That speaker is in fair territory. So it went over that speaker and curved well foul. Look at that.
Yeah, how does it turn? It's like the pristine baseball.
That's pretty amazing. It's Chris Jimenez. There's a strike. One ball, one strike. 2 up, 2 down against Chen in the bottom of the 5th. It's at the knees for a strike. Fastball. 1-2. Pop up right side in foul territory. Reynolds now back inside the bag, just fair, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Rays. On to the 6th. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Ben Zobrist home run in the 4th inning. The difference in this game. Let's get the answer to our AT&T Chipping question. How many pitchers have led the American League in earned run average and wins and not won the American League Cy Young Award? Steve McCatty with Oakland in '81, and Mike Boddicker with the Baltimore Orioles. McCatty in '81, 14-7, part of the strike year, and then Boddicker in '84 was 20-11. Relievers turned out to be very prominent, winning Cy Young and MVP. Look at that. Rolly Fingers and Willie Hernandez those years, Cy Young and MVP awards. Machado strikes the count to him. How about that? When you have relievers winning both the Cy Young, or not winning the Cy Young, or winning the Cy Young and the MVP, when starting pitchers had those great years and did not win the Cy Young. Tough enough for a reliever to win any of those awards besides Fireman of the Year.
Yeah.
2-2 now. Two balls, two strikes. Hot shot, liner caught by Longoria at third. Reaching across into foul territory. Machado is out, number one. A shot foul.
Yeah, you wonder if that ball would have actually stayed fair. Line drive. Watch Evan moving to his right. That ball probably ends up foul. The way he reaches for it, yeah, that ball is hooking. There's no way that's going to land in fair territory. May have clipped the umpire. Nice play.
McLeod takes the pitch down. McLeod, a couple of ground ball outs. Longoria, a couple of gold gloves. One ball, one strike. Two and one. Cobb behind him, 3 balls and a strike. A couple other times has he gone to a 3-ball count on a hitter. 3-2 to Davis in the 4th, 3-2 to Tomey in the 5th, 3-1 to McLeod, and he loses him on a pitch just inside. And he gives up his second walk.
Boy, that was an awfully close call there to go against Alex. Fastball in. Get a great look at it here. Could have gone either way. Did not go the Rays' way.
J.J. Hardy. Hardy has the lone hit for Baltimore tonight. Pitch is high, 1-0. Jimenez out there spending a little time with Cobb after he just missed on that 3-1 pitch to McLeod and walked him. Nice visit to the hill there by Jimenez. 1-0 the count. Runner goes, the pitch is high, the throw, one hops in front of the bag, and it's a steal for McLeod. He's 12 of 13 in the steal department.
Well, he got a great jump off Alex. You see right there on the movement, he's turned and he gets to top speed rather quickly and gets in quite easily.
Two and one. straight back, a fastball. 2-2.
Boy, tough to get on top of that pitch, and when you're able to entice a hitter like Hardy to take that swing, that fastball elevated, split change, middle of the plate, below the zone, watch him wave right over the top of it. Book it.
And it's second with one out. To the bag. 2-2 pitch. The ground ball headed deep in the hold. It's short. Long throw by Zobrist is there to get him, and a nice play by the Rays shortstop.
Well, that was a nice play by Ben, and that was a curveball by Cobb, and we've seen him really go to that pitch in a lot of 2-strike counts. He's liking that pitch, but Ben's got a range to his right. Stop and throw. Plenty there to get him.
So McLeod remains at second with 2 outs. Chris Davis about to step in. He's out in front. Strike one, the changeup. Davis grounded out to Zobrist. A shift in the first inning, struck out in the fourth. 0-2, foul ball out of play. Texas at Oakland later tonight. The Angels and the Mariners in Seattle later tonight. Rays playing for their lives right now, up 1-0. 0-2. Davis. A little tapper foul. Came back there with an 0-2 breaking ball.
That's, you know, one of those adjustments. I mean, Alex Cobb is one of those guys, when you look at his percentage breakout with 2 strikes, it is the split change all the time. He loves that for good reason. It's a tremendous pitch, but we've seen a sharp curveball tonight, and we've seen that take on more of a prominent role. Here's the game has moved along. Just another added weapon.
The 0-2 wide. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Rays scored their run in the fourth on the Zobrist home run. Baltimore with a man in scoring position for the first time in the game tonight. And there's strike 3 call. Davis caught looking to end the threat. Bottom of inning 6 coming. 1-0 Rays. 11th win, and he started by retiring the first 10 men he faced. He threw 21 out of 23 pitches for strikes to begin the game. So far, has registered 6 strikeouts, a couple of walks. He's given up 1 hit. He got a run on a home run by Ben Zobrist in the 4th inning. Ben's 20th homer of the year. The game moves into the bottom of the 6th, with the Rays leading 1-0, and Jennings, Upton, and Zobrist due up here against Wei-In Chen, the Baltimore left-hander.
Well, you know, we've been talking an awful lot about Alex Cobb and how good he's been, and it's very, very true. But Wei-In Chen, outside of that 3-1 middle fastball to Ben Zobrist, has been equally as good. A nice job again of moving the ball around the strike zone. He's been pitching a lot of these Rays hitters in, being able to get some jam shot pop-ups.
Desmond Jennings 0 for 2. The pitch is a strike call. Jennings has grounded out to short, has popped to short. 2. Jennings quickly down in the count. Lifted into center. Jones is there. So that's the first out. Jay Upton on his way to the plate. Upton is popped out and grounded into a double play. Swings and pops it up right side, foul. Reynolds backing up and now makes the play. He almost overran the ball that Jimenez popped up in the 5th inning and had to retreat on this one to finally catch it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a very similar route. You're right, to the first pop up. I'll tell you something right now. He needs to go in and update that GPS. And sometimes they take you, they take you a block pass and have you turn and turn. Just put your fist through it.
Here's Ben Zobrist taking a ball. But if it verbalizes where he should be, I mean, they get stern with you about,
He didn't pay for the upgrade.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, if you are going to pay for the upgrade, you get the woman who speaks with a British accent. That's cool.
Really?
Yep.
Is she still stern?
Yeah, but in a really sweet kind of way.
I got you.
Very British, proper way. Yeah, try it out.
Three 3-0 the count here to Ben Zobrist. Three balls, no strikes. It's in there, 3-1. He's facing the lefty. Liner toward right center field. Davis closing, runs into it, makes the catch. We're through 6 tonight, and the Rays hold a 1-0 lead.
Alex Cobb still on the mound for the Rays. Joe Maddon before the game talked about opportunities that were missed by the Rays during the course of this season.
You know, there's a lot of things that went awry earlier in the year, and a lot of it's linked to Longo and what on the field we were not very good defensively in the first half. We were offensively challenged for a lot of the season, but now we're really playing to our offensive capabilities. Pitching really pretty much is held their end of the bargain up, but that's how the Major League season works, man. I mean, everybody could talk about the games that they thought they would have or should have won had they done something differently or got a hit or made a play, whatever. Everybody goes through that same moment. So as much as you could lament on that particular thought, that doesn't really get you anything.
Joe also added that he's looking forward to the flight to San Francisco after the game on Wednesday, so he still believes, guys.
All right. Well, 1 strike to count to Adam Jones, and he's right. You can't worry about all those missed opportunities. There's Jake McGee in the Rays bullpen up the right side. The only way you can counteract that, there's a hot shot down to third. Longoria, nice play. Well, that's a couple here in the last couple innings by Evan. A hot shot off the bat of Jones.
Well, this ball gets on Evan in a hurry. Watch. Boom. Right there. Nice play. Plenty of time to set his feet and throw. Big out. Keeping Jones off base with his speed. The leadoff man. A lot going on there.
Matt Weiters. Cobb continues to pitch himself. Very good game here tonight. And he starts Weiters with a breaking ball for strike 1.
Man,
we've seen a lot of that pitch tonight.
Yes, we have, and it's been very sharp. A good pitch for Alex.
Fly ball back toward the left field corner. Jennings on the run, and that's going to get out of here over the low wall. An opposite field home run. A fastball, and Weiters, who's had great success here at the Trop, takes advantage of that low wall and drops one out of here to tie the game 1-1.
Well, you talk about dropping one out of here. This ball just drops over that low wall. Weiters is able to get extension on a ball that's away from him. See right here, let that ball travel. See that high finish with the swing. And this ball, I mean, wow.
Weiters' lifetime at the Trop hits over 370 here and takes advantage of the low wall to hit his 23rd home run of the year, and it's tied. 1 strike to count to Tomey. This one is low, 1-1. Down toward the 162 landing. Swing and a miss. That's where all the fun was last year. And Evan Longoria lined one out of here down the line. This one is too low. Now here we are, a couple days past the anniversary date of Longoria's home run. He's trying to stay alive. And the game is now tied. Solo home runs tonight. Tomey called out on strikes. 7 strikeouts. Tomey parting words with Angel Hernandez. 2 outs here in the 7th.
And you don't see Jim Tomey often do that. He's saying this pitch is down, Angel. Jim Tomey, 6'5". Doesn't look like it because he's about as wide as he is tall, but he is a big man. He's saying right there, the ball's down.
Now the pitch to Kirk Reynolds, a little bit low and outside, 1-0. Shot to third again, and right there is Longoria. Hit it to the wrong place twice in the 7th. Weiters got one just in the right place for Baltimore. Just dropped it over the low wall. 7th inning stretch coming, and we are tied 1-1.
Head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, place your reservations for 2013 season tickets. Establish seniority today and be in line for priority upgrades and exclusive benefits, including the opportunity to purchase 2012 postseason ticket packages. Call 888-MAN-RAISE or visit RaiseBaseball.com. You too can be part of the action with this group.
That's where all the action is for sure, right there. One ball game as we head into the bottom of the 7th. Jeremy Hellickson there. He's scheduled to pitch the game here on Wednesday. James Shields tomorrow. And Evan Longoria about to step in to open the bottom of the 7th. Evan with a walk and a line drive out to right. Takes ball 1. Keppinger next, and then Francisco. One and one. Both starters, Cobb and Chen, have been very good. Ground ball to third. It's away from Machado, and he's not going to be able to make a play. As good as he's been at third, and he's been spectacular on more than a few occasions down there, he commits the error on the roller off the bat of Longoria.
Yeah, an absolute routine ground ball. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you're a human being, and this is going to happen. Look at him looking it right into the glove, and it just clanks, rattles around, pops out, can't find it. Break for the Rays. Did everything right. The ball just did not find the glove.
Here's Jeff Keppinger. First error of this game. There's a strike. We talked about this Baltimore club, and part of their success drive has been an improved defense over the last month and a half. Machado's had a lot to do with that. Foul back, out of play it goes. 0-2. Evan on base for the second time. Rays scored in the 4th when Zobrist homered. Baltimore in the top of the 7th on the Weiters home run. Liner up the right side. Base hit. Davis with the pickup. Longoria's going to go to third. And the Rays have been on the corners with nobody out here in the 7th. Nice job by Keppinger on an 0-2 pitch, picking up his first hit tonight.
Now again, that willingness to hit the ball where it's pitched. Great overhead view shot. That ball actually off the plate away. Keppinger reaches out, pokes it to right. Evan with a great read on it. A lumber his way to third.
So now the Rays threaten to take the lead. Conference on the mound, breaks up. Ben Francisco will be the hitter. Luis Ayala gets up, begins to throw. Francisco. Pitch outside. Ball, no strikes. The Rays trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A great opportunity. Move to first. Keppinger back in. Orioles do not have the count. The pitch is inside, 2-0. The Orioles don't necessarily have a sense of urgency on the infield with Longoria at third. He's still not running all that well.
They'll still, at that depth, they're going to take the double play. Unless that ball's hard hit. But yeah, you see that they are playing really almost at normal depth.
2-0 now. And a foul. It's out of play up the right side. Well, New York way out in front of Boston, 9-1. They came in with an identical record with Baltimore. Texas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Seattle. There's the Rays in a situation where they're going to have to sweep Baltimore and hope that Oakland drops 3 to give the Rays an opportunity for a playoff or a play-in. And a high fly ball into left. McLeod in position to throw, makes the catch. Tag. Longoria heads to the plate. The throw's not going to be in time, and the Rays take the lead. Evans scores the go-ahead run on a fly ball by Ben Francisco, and it's a 2-1 contest.
Now you can imagine right now that Joe has got that bullpen heated up, ready to come in, try to lock this thing down. Ben gets that ball out there just enough to give Evan the chance to score, and he does just that. Boy, how big is that air right now?
Evan a straight line down the third baseline, scoring the second run of the night for the Rays. Sam Fold due up here. The Rays going to get a runner for Keppinger at first. Thompson, Rich Thompson will run for Keppinger. first. Thompson back in. The Rays have 1 run home, and they put speed at first in Thompson. Cole fouls the fastball back out of play. Thompson trying to get a read on Chen over there. He was on his way back to first when Chen made that delivery to Sam Fuld. Sam now down in the count 0-2. Reaching for the fastball late. Wei-Yin Chen, the pitcher, mid-90s in pitch count. Ayala's been up in the bullpen. Thompson over there with a peg to Reynolds. Rays got a run in the 4th. They have the go-ahead run home here in the 7th. Again, a move over there. Thompson off the bag, draws the peg again. Tonight's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces, serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea, watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. We welcome you one and all and salute you for your brave service. Fuld down in the count, 2 strikes, fouling one into the upper deck, straight back. Buck Showalter's Baltimore Orioles assured of a place in the postseason. Chopper down to first, and it bounces over Reynolds' mitt into right field. Thompson's going to go to third on the chopping base hit by Sam Fuld, and the Rays continue to threaten here in the 7th. Well, that ball chopped just high enough to get over Reynolds.
Well, you get the turf here, and that ball actually, Sam Fuld hits it right into the ground in front of the plate. Look at that, just continue to carry right over the glove. Wow. Fortuitous bounce.
A couple of hits and an error in the inning. The Rays have a run and an opportunity to get more.
You know, that's precisely the reason. That dirt out in front of home plate, the dirt around home plate is so much harder. You hit it right into the ground like there, it's like hitting into cement, which is precisely the reason why ground balls that go through the infield dirt are continued to be used in the ball game, as opposed to when balls are thrown and hit the dirt in front of the mound are taken out of the game. See that ball just clearing the glove of Reynolds.
Ryan Roberts, first and third. And he pops it up. Hardy waiting for it. He makes the catch. 2 gone here with Chris Jimenez coming up.
Well, coming up on tomorrow's Rays Live, the pregame presented by Gulf Coast Honda. We will be taking a look at James Shield and his recent run of success. Playoff positioning. We'll break down, obviously, what the Rays do tonight, what Oakland does later, and the Angels. And I'll have something hopefully relevant to talk about.
You always do?
Well, I really don't. I try to church it up for you, but a lot of times I'm handed just lemons.
Lemonade.
Well, that gets old after a while. It's fall now. It's time for apple cider.
It's Chris Jimenez. And the pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jimenez singled in the 3rd. Swings through it. Fastball, and the count is 1-1. Chin with 100 pitches and 70 of those for strikes.
He is really, you think about the hit by Fold that put runners on 1st and 3rd, the air by Machado that got things started. He's thrown the ball very, very well, even though he is on the losing end as we speak.
There's a line drive up the right field side, headed for the corner. Thompson has scored. Fold was breaking with the pitch. He's on his way to the plate. He will score. It's a double for Jimenez, and the Rays tack on 2 more. That will make it a 4-1 ball game. Chris Jimenez lines a double into the right field corner. Jimenez cashes in the opportunity, and the Rays lead by 3.
That was a very similar pitch that he just swung right through. He gets it again and does not miss it this time. A nice job of shooting that ball the other way. Sam Fold was in motion. That allowed him to come around quite easily, and the Rays have blown this thing open now here in the bottom of the 7th.
So Jimenez, who had his first Rays home run in Chicago, 2 for 3 tonight with a couple runs batted in. Pitching change coming back in a moment. Rays baseball tonight brought to you by your local Southern Ford dealers and by Sagicor. Plan a bright financial future today at SagicorLifeUSA.com. Luis Ayala is the new pitcher. First pitch ended Desmond Jennings, a fastball for a strike. Desmond 0 for 3. Ayala on for the 65th time. One ball, one strike. Chen departs after 6 2/3. Charged with 4 runs so far, 1 earned. 6 hits. Jennings behind in the count, 1-2.
And that's Ayala's game plan. He likes to come from that low 3/4 arm angle, create a lot of sink. That one able to dive below the bat of Desmond Jennings. Good ground ball guy.
Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Put 3 up here in the 7th inning. Wide, 2-2. Ground ball headed to the shortstop Hardy. Going to first in time. So the Rays are finished in the 7th, but the Rays pick up 3 unearned runs, 2 on the 2-base hit by Chris Jimenez, and the Rays lead 4-1.
Eighth inning. Well, baseball's regular season may be coming to an end, but you can still follow the Rays during the playoffs and the offseason. Catch the Rays on Facebook and Twitter, as well as Pinterest and Instagram. Get your Rays baseball fix year-round and a sneak peek at behind-the-scenes photos, videos, and so much more. Even more that's going on in that little area there.
There's always a lot going on around that bullpen.
Yo.
Jake McGee's the pitcher for the Rays. He's in here now. The Rays have a new battery. Jose Molina takes over behind the plate, and at first base, Carlos Pena.
Well, let's look at Jake McGee. You see the big strikeout numbers. Only 11 walks in over 53 innings of work. Good job of commanding the strike zone with an overpowering fastball.
Pena at first. Robert Andino will pinch hit for Flaherty as we go to the 8th. Pitch is a strike. Alex Cobb for the Rays worked 7. Stroke up in the bullpen, the hard throwing right-hander. 88 pitches for Cobb tonight in 7 innings of 2-hit baseball. Gave up a run on the home run to Weiters. Walked 2 and struck out 7.
You talk about getting it done in a big way and very efficiently. That was Alex Cobb. Boy, he was sharp from start to finish.
A 1-2 count to Andino. Machado on deck, and then McLeod due. And the fastball is fouled back. Jake McGee worked in the Thursday game against Chicago, 2/3 of an inning, in relief of Shields in the game the Rays won 3-2. Did he go on the appeal? No, the call, and the count is 2-2.
That was close, up and away. It was the right call.
Two. Fly ball, short center. Up and coming in is there. Makes the catch on the move. 1 away.
Joe Madden giving Ed Hickox an earful. Said you cannot miss that call. That was a strike. Joe's saying, look, if he makes contact with that ball, it's a double down the line. Look at this.
Joe's still hot
with a lead. Got an edge.
Machado fouls it back. That's a strike. Might be late, but he wants people to wake up.
I want what he's having, because my coffee's not doing that.
Pitch is down.
He's chewing.
1-1 here.
My man.
Farnsworth up in the bullpen.
Let's get back to where the action is.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. We're still not back.
Wrong action. Wrong action.
One out, bases empty. We're in the 8th. The Rays scored 3 in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Machado is out on strikes. 2 gone in the 8th.
Well, you know what? When you're overpowering your fastball, sometimes you can get away with missing your spot. He's trying to go away. That ball ends up in, but just blows him away.
Nate McLeod pounds it back. That's a strike. McLeod, a couple of ground balls and a walk. He picked up a steal in the 6th. Just a bit in. 1-1. Two up, two down in the 8th. McGee in relief of Cobb. And now it's 2 balls and a strike. Count now squared at 2-2.
Well, go to RaysBaseball.com and register for the Rays postseason ticket opportunity, where selected winners will have the chance to purchase postseason games. They love that idea of having that chance.
Never heard you read one of those as well as you did just then.
You know what?
Standing ovation.
Feet were held to the fire.
2-2. Pitch is high. And the count is full. Yankees have a 9-2 lead in the top of the 7th at home over Boston. They scored 9 in the 2nd inning. 3-2 the count. Ground ball right side for Roberts. His throw to Pena. That takes care of Baltimore in the 8th. 3 up, 3 down. 4-1 Rays lead.
Quick look at our Auto text poll question. Who's the Rays MVP? You've got this guy at the plate, BJ Upton, TB1. TB2, David Price. TB3, Ben Zobrist. TB4, warming in the bullpen, Fernando Rodney. TB5, Emily Longoria. Text your vote to 789-789, standard message, data rate supply. We'll have the results in the Rays live postgame show. Gentlemen.
The first pitch to BJ Upton is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. There's a liner headed for the corner. One hop and off the low wall. Upton's on his way to second with the 2-base hit to start the 8th inning for the Rays against Pedro Strop. 29th double of the year for BJ.
Well, dropping the bat head right there. You see again, BJ getting extension. And ball in the inner half. And he just rifles it down into the corner. He's looking to add to that 4-1 lead.
There's Ben Zobrist. A little tap. Scope off the mound, and he's thrown to first in time with BJ advancing to third.
Almost same thing as a bunt. Almost same place you'd put a bunt. That's why you're getting the high fives on a ball that's off the end of the bat back to the pitcher. You move the runner up. Productive out.
Evan Longoria. Evan has walked and reached on an error. He hit the ball to third that Machado misplayed for the error in the 7th inning, and that started the 3-run frame. All of those runs turned out to be unearned. The Orioles talk it over on the hill here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, here we go. Coming up on Rays Live, the post game presented by Checkers. Have highlights of that Yankees-Red Sox game where it was all Yankees early. Joe Madden press conference. Hopefully someone asked him about that little burst of energy that he showed down there recently. Outstanding. Todd, well, no, not Todd. Laura will be down gathering interviews from the clubhouse. Todd and Orestes will be holding down the fort from deep in center field. Dwayne and I'll have something to say about it, too. Believe that.
Rodney and Farnsworth busy in the Rays bullpen. Infield comes up. And the first pitch to Longoria is a strike. Ball and 1 strike. Scored in the 4th on Zobrist home run. They put 3 up in the 7th. Trenton in the 8th. Longoria bounces it foul. It's 1-2. Right now, with the score 4-1, it would be a save situation. Upton scores to make it a 4-run deficit for Baltimore. It is not a save situation. They finished the game yesterday in Chicago in a 4-run game. Tapper foul. The count holds at 1-2. The pitch, swing and a tap foul, bounces up and hits Longoria in the back. Rays with 7 hits, Baltimore 2. Time granted. Dirt. Walk. And Weiters, and the count is 2-2. He's getting out to his right to stay in front of that pitch. Two is outside and low. The count goes full. Stroke has struggled lately. 3-2 right now to Longoria, and a foul ball over his last 17 outings from the middle of August forward. His earned run average has been .692. At one point it was down at 120 for the year, and now it's over 230. 3-2. And a foul ball. It stayed up. So he'll make another 3-2 pitch. This on the verge of being a 10-pitch at bat. Pena on deck. And ball 4 inside. The stroke comes on. It's up a double and a walk. In between, he got the out. And Buck Showalter comes out of the dugout with Pena due. He's going to make a pitching change back after this. Miguel Cabrera has just hit a home run in Kansas City, his 44th of the year. So he takes the lead in that department. He's up in all 3 of the Triple Crown categories, hitting .327 right now, leading the league in hitting. He's 1 up in home runs on Josh Hamilton with 44 and 137 runs batted in, first there as well. Detroit has taken a 2-0 lead on Kansas City. Here Troy Patton enters the game, the 4th Baltimore pitcher. He's on to face Carlos Pena with 1 out and runners at first and third. First at bat for Pena tonight. Patton's pitch is high. Marietta, the right-hander, loosening in the bullpen. One ball, no strikes. Ground ball right side, diving stop by Reynolds, down to second, out there, back to first. Not in time for the double play. Upton crosses the plate. That makes it 5-1. The fielder's choice. Pena will get a run batted in. Longoria forced at second base.
Oh, that was going to be a difficult play for the Orioles to be able to turn the double play once Mark Reynolds had to leave his feet. Right here. That takes a lot of time, even though he did the best job that he could. So did Hardy on the return. Pena's able to beat it out. Rays tack on 1.
San Francisco pitch is down and in. Drove in a run with a fly ball to left in the 7th. So it's 5-1 Rays. 2-0. So no longer a save situation right now, and Kyle Farnsworth is alone down there throwing in the bullpen. Two and one the count. Upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Ball 4. Pushes Pena into scoring position at second on the walk issued by Patton. Now the Yankees had a 9-run second. They lead 9-2 in the bottom of the 7th over Boston. Games of importance to the Rays. Texas at Oakland and Los Angeles at Seattle. The Rays need to win out, and they need some help. Needing Oakland to lose 3. Now Sam Fuld. The pitch is a strike. Sam got the chopping base hit in the 7th to keep the inning going. Waves and misses this one. And he's down to the lefty 0-2. 2 men on with 2 outs. The Rays have added a run in the 8th. Cole loses his bat. Ball is fouled back out of play. Toss the bat to the on deck circle. Subway surprise on the line is the standings in the American League wild card. Take a quick look at that. The Rays and the Angels 3 back of Oakland in the 2nd wild card spot. Tap foul. Rays trying to close that to 2.5 with Oakland playing at home against Texas tonight. A Texas win would close the gap to 2.
Then you start all over again tomorrow.
Ground ball right side into the mitt of Reynolds, who steps on first. The Rays score 1. We go to the 9th. It's 5-1 Tampa Bay.
Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays take a 4-run lead. It's 5-1 into the 9th inning. Second game of this series tomorrow night. James Shields will be on the mound for the Rays. We'll be with you at 6:30, and depending on what happens in Oakland tonight, that could be very interesting tomorrow.
I think it will be, and that's a good pitching matchup. Miguel Gonzalez, James Shields.
Farnsworth on the hill for the Rays, and his first pitch to J.J. Hardy is a strike. Down to third, foul. 0-2. Evans made a couple of very nice plays on balls hit down to third base, right down that line tonight. Zobrist made a very good play on a ball hit by Hardy in the 6th inning. Threw him out from the hole at shortstop. Hopper right side. Pena starts after it, but will run out of room. The count is still 0-2. Pop foul. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Rays. A run, 2 hits for Baltimore tonight. Tapper, be a tough flag, bare hand attempt, and the throw over Pena's head. It bounces into the stands. Longoria went sliding on the turf, and while still down, tried to flip the ball to first and make a play, but he flipped it over the head of Pena, and it skipped into the seats. So Hardy winds up at second base.
Evan trying to make a highlight reel play on a tough chance chopper by Hardy. See as he slide. Well, you see right there as he went to throw that ball, his hand actually hit the turf before he released it. Watch the hand.
Yeah, we've seen him make great throws from every position except that one.
And it's hard to throw with your knuckles dragging on the ground.
It's a hit and an error. Now Chris Davis hits a high fly ball to right. Bowl can't find it, and the ball hits some of the rigging up there and falls fair into shallow right center field. Hardy goes to third, and that's going to be ruled a home run. And if it hit the C ring, it is a home run. Apparently dead. And Chris Davis has now hit a home run to make it a 2-run game. Bull went back, was on the warning track looking up, and BJ's talking it over with Ted Barrett and wondering now if it actually did hit that C ring or not.
I think BJ's saying it's the B ring.
Yeah,
it's the second one out.
And it's in play if it hits that.
Well, think about this.
If it hits the C or D ring, it's a home run.
And look where the ball came down. The ball came down right behind second base. If it hits the C ring, which is way out by the fence, there's no way that ball is going to ricochet that far back in towards the infield. It's hard to get a depth perception, but the C ring is so far deep in the outfield that if it hits that, to bounce back and drop where that ball did, I would say is impossible.
Yeah, Joe Madden's come out to make a pitching change, and Upton has come in from center field, and he's yelling at Madden, say, hey, you better talk to the umpires about this because that did not hit the C ring. Upton standing near out here with Madden talking with him. You see, there's Bold. He was thinking he might catch that ball, but it ricochets back to Ryan Roberts, who was out there from second base. So it would appear that it's going to stand. And Fernando Rodney will be the new Rays pitcher. And there will be no review on that.
Well, and if they did go out for a review, what in the world camera had it? I mean, that'd be a tough thing to take a peek at.
So Fernando Rodney enters the game in what is certainly now a save situation. It's 5-3. Adam Jones will be the hitter. Rodney comes in with that 0.61 earned run average. And the first pitch to Jones is a ball too low. 1-0. Base hit into right for Jones, and just like that, Baltimore now has the potential tying run to the plate. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth, and Matt Weiters, who homered to the opposite field his last time up when he dropped one over the low wall. So the peculiarities of this venue and certainly come into play tonight for Baltimore on that low wall home run by Weiters, and then the apparent C-ring home run by Davis in the ninth. There's a strike to Weiters. Up and away, and it's 1-1. Rodney 46 of 48 in save situations. Little tap, that's foul. Rodney trying to save this one and also get his earned run average below that of Dennis Eckersley. Oakland back in 1990 when Eckersley finished with a 0.61 ERA.
Sport the Kentucky waterfall.
The 1-2. Ground ball toward the middle, over the bag and off the glove of Zobrist. He'll chase it down. Stopping at second is Jones. And the Orioles now have men at first and second with nobody out.
Well, a little chopper up the middle. It looked like he was going to come close to hit second base. Gets over it, and then right off the wrist, looked like, of Ben Zobrist.
So 2 men on, nobody out. Jim Thome steps in. Weiters at first and Jones at second. And the pitch is a strike. Takes the changeup. Rays led 5-1 going into this inning, and there's the Baltimore closer loosening. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers have taken a 6-1 lead. Bottom of the 6th inning at Kansas City. Detroit scored 5 in the top of the inning. Pirates beat Atlanta 2-1, and Washington wins the National League East. A ball, 2 strikes, and a cut and a miss. He stayed changeup and strikes out Tomey. One changeup after another. One away.
Now stayed away from him, stayed soft. Picked up the strikeout. Just could not wait back long enough.
The hitter is Mark Reynolds. The Orioles are going to get a runner. Weiters will be lifted. Xavier Avery is going to run. Avery, the runner for Weiters. Pitch is a strike to Reynolds. Reynolds hit a fly ball to left into third. He struck out on a breaking ball in the 5th. Out third to first in the 7th inning on a good play by Longoria on a sharply hit ball down there. The 0-1. Cut, a foul ball back on a fastball at 97. 0-2. Hardy started with a base hit. Davis hit the home run off the C-ring. That was it for Farnsworth. Jones singled to greet Rodney. Weiters reached on what amounted to an infield hit over the bag at second. 1 out now. 0-2 the count. Upstairs and out of the mid of Molina, but no advance by the runners. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, unfortunate that didn't get any further away from Molina, because that most certainly would have put a couple runners in scoring position. As far as a base hit would have tied it. That ball just fastball up and out of the glove.
It's a 1-2 count. Dino is due next, but Chavez has already moved into the on-deck circle. Andy Chavez. 1-2, and a swing and a miss. Reynolds is out, number 2. So back-to-back strikeouts. Reynolds missed the changeup with that big swing. 2 gone with 2 men on.
Well, Fernando is able to get Mark Reynolds to go out of the zone here. That changeup down and in. A nice job by Molina, too, to be able to scoop that ball. Got to go down and get it right into the webbing. Keep it under control. 2 outs.
Into Chavez. Will pinch hit now for Andino, with runners at first and second. It's a 2-run ball game here in the ninth. Chavez takes a strike. Took the changeup.
That's amazing. You know, Fernando Rodney's got that overpowering 97 to 99-mile-an-hour fastball. You're certainly not expecting him to start you off changeup. And that's what he does so very often. So willing to use that pitch in every count.
This one just missed. 1-1.
We've seen him go so as far as to fall behind a hitter 3-0 and come back with changeup, changeup, changeup. You're out.
Well, he went changeup, changeup, changeup to Tomey, who kept looking for the fastball.
Yeah, and that's one thing to do it right off the bat, but 3-0 counts. I mean, this guy, you just never know. And you're right, he'll throw it 5-6 times in a row. Most guys won't do that.
Zobrist breaking back to second base, in behind Jones. Jones retreating to the bag. 1-1 count to the pinch hitter Chavez. And a swing and a miss. Chavez reaching out in front for that one. 1-2.
So if you're Chavez, what are you thinking? Okay, changeup, changeup, changeup. Do I dare sit changeup? Do I start to go there mentally? Because if I do, and he decides to pop in 97, I'm not even going to pick it up. It's going to be by me. But yet, if I'm sitting on 97, I can't hardly hold up on 83, 84. Ask Jim Tomey. Such a difficult at bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rodney delivers, and a tapper back to the mound, and the toss to first. Rays win it. Fernando Rodney comes on to close it out. The Rays are 5-3 winners here tonight at Tropicana Field to keep their hopes alive. Their 89th win of the year, and so the Rays holding on to these precious moments. Their hopes still alive. They're 2.5 back of Oakland, pending the outcome of that game in Oakland tonight between the Rangers and the A's. A victory for the Rays, 5-3. Alex Cobb will get his 11th win. He's 11-9. Chen, the loser, 12-11. 5-7-1 for the Rays with 5 left. 3-6-1 for Baltimore with 5 men left. 2 hours and 49 minutes to play this game, and Rodney will pick up the save, his 47th save of the year. Right now, let's go to the field and Todd Cowens.
Dwayne, thank you very much. Ben, you guys did what you had to do, and now I guess you just become fans of the Rangers, huh?
Yeah, we need a little help. So, we took care of business tonight. Feels good to get another win. Cobb threw a great game for us, and fortunately we were able to pull it out.
Cobb just let that one ball go. Weiters hits it over the low wall. Is that as good as you've seen, Alex?
He was very good tonight. Just spotting up on all his pitches, fastball, throwing his off-speed stuff for strikes. He just was really good tonight. Very sharp. Everything looked really sharp out of his hands. So, hats off to him. He did a great job.
Tell us about your home run against Chen. You got ahead of the count and tried to take advantage of that.
Yeah, well, he's pitched very well against us all year long, and I was really just trying to stay in the middle of the plate. Fortunately, he left a fastball where I could handle it in a count that I was looking for it. So, felt real good about that.
2 base hits tonight. I was looking at your numbers since that New York trip. You had the extra session with Derek Shelton. You had that talk with your friend Drew Sutton. Since then, you've hit 312. Was that truly the turning point of your season after, I think it was game 58 of the year?
Yeah, there's no question in my mind that, that was a very important time for me. Just talking to Drew and Shelty at the same time, getting things figured out and getting on a good routine. And, I'm just fortunate to have great teammates and great coaching staff, and just very thankful.
And then tonight, it got a little scary in the 9th inning. Did you see that ball at all that was ruled a home run?
I didn't. I was looking at Sam and where he was going, so I didn't see it. Some guys thought they thought it hit the B ring instead of the C ring. But I guess we'll have to look at the replay and see if we can see it there.
And then 2 on as Rodney gets in. That ball by Weiters, it had a little topspin. You were able to keep it in the infield there. But that was a key, I thought, because if a runner gets to third base or a guy gets to second base.
Well, I don't know. Just it took a little tough hop. I was just trying to get a glove on if I could. And fortunately, Rodney really shut the door there. He's just a phenomenal closer, and he's been awesome for us all year long. So it was nice to get that, to see the bow and arrow come out again.
Well, Ben, just 2 games left for you guys, and you still have a shot at it. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, Todd.
Ben Zobrist, guys, back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. The Rays winners 5-3, and they stay alive with their 89th win of the year. We'll be right back in a moment.